And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 78 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say they'd get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the jump. Chopper.
On first down, Swift. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
On second down, Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Back to throw here. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Let's go, defense. Go. Here we go. Switch. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, we got to get this stop. Switch gears. Wahoo. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hit him on. West. Watch the screen. Check 50. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
SOS. Shift! Watch the shift! 66, bullet, half, 55! Get your swerve on! Sponge! No,
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bears' 5-yard line. 45 to Mike. It's been a long day for you. Check 99. Rotate. Spell. Shift. Deuce.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Switch it. Get up. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Bang. Check. Lucky. Go. Motion. Check. Shift. Hey, check Mike. 61. Match box. Pick it up. Show it up.
On second down, Dobbins, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd and 11. And this one's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target. Yeah,
the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Squeeze, get in there. Y'all playing the wrong football. Tighten up. Watch the safety creep.
He'll look to throw. He finds McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 25 yards that time. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, Swift. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
They're going to try and throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Adams on the hook on it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now a play fake here on first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bilal Nichols getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. Now a give right side. Swift. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll set up to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. His throw incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They're going to look to throw. Looking deep now for McCoy. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check, 45 to Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Zip this. Go back. We got motion. We got motion. Back up. Back up. Yup, yup. 45. Check Mike, 45. I got one. I got one. I got one.
He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Where'd it go?
Back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch twist, watch twist. Hey, go.
Now a give, right side. Swift. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And to give this time to the tailback. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll look to throw. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check. Right there. Hayward. Come. Check. 55's my guy, 55. Hey, watch. 22, Jet, bomber. 22, Jet, bomber. Kill. Shift. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Jim. Alert 3.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Dobbins. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Back to throw here. This for his running back, McCoy. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
And the Bears 1st down.
Set up. 15 lineys, 15 lineys. Watch the curve. Watch the race don't travel. Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Here we go. 8, read. Recon, 132 fight.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Double dog. That's the way. Rush in.
2nd and 6. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over, yet they argue.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. In for the score. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. On 1st down, Swift. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Chicago.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll look to throw here. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 15-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
55. Strip the ball. Zoom. Strip that ball. Go. Motion. Mike 55. Mike.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 23. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Ball comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Under crunch. Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch 55. It's our field. 22, check, bomber. 22, check, bomber. 3, check 3. Check 99, check 99.
On third down, Dobbins, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Let's go.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Shifts by him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he loses the football a second time. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.